What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's having a blessed day, staying warm. We got like 6 to 8 inches of snow here ourselves. I just got my driveway fucking plowed open and stuff by a tractor to fucking so I can get out of the house. But man, I don't really talk politics too much online, at least. I do follow politics and follow what the fuck goes on around the world and shit, but I don't really get online too much and talk politics. I have a couple posts on some of my social medias here and there, but that's really about it. I don't talk politics not much. But I do think America is on the brink of civil war for real. Like I think America could be in a very savage place very soon. Like, man, what is going on with this? Yeah, that's better. But I do think America is very close to becoming a very savage place because one half of this country has been extremely radicalized this past year. It's been going on for decades, 15 years, but one side of this country has become extremely radicalized. And it's making the side have to put making the other side have to push a lot harder to get done what they need to get done doing what America voted them there to do. And I think no matter what side of politics you're on, we got to see what's going on. Like we're in a really small place right now, and if we go one direction or the other, soon there's not going to be what y'all consider the American dream no more. Like if this country goes into civil war, like that's the last thing anybody wants to see. But if it does, one side of this country is going to slaughter the other side of the country. And that is the last thing anybody wants to see. And it's terrifying. Like nobody wants to see half this country get slaughtered. Nobody. That's the last thing anybody wants. Nobody wants that. We don't want to see anybody dead. This shit that happened, and I'm not gonna lie, the shit that I saw, if he was disarmed before he got killed, I solely support ICE. But if that border patrol agent disarmed him and then he didn't have a gun on him and then he was killed after, those two agents that fired the rounds do need to be charged. Doesn't mean I don't support ICE or border patrol still. I support what they're doing, but those two agents would need to be charged if he was disarmed beforehand. If he wasn't disarmed or after he reached for their guns or did whatever, like I can leave my personal feelings aside out of all of this. Like I think that's the thing that the left is very bad at. They're very bad at leaving their personal feelings out of their conclusion of a situation. Like I hate cops. I just got off house arrest. I'm on felony probation still. Just got my house searched by police. Like I am not a fan of cops. I fucking hate them and I avoid them at all costs. But I'm also not blind and delusional. And I realize that the police and especially ICE and federal agents have a job to do. I'm not stupid. Like let them do their jobs, stay out their way. If I know I'm not really political and I don't want to get into too much because I don't want to see either side go and fight each other because it's gonna get ugly. Like I'm not a one side or the other. I'm more in the middle, but it's gonna get ugly, and nobody wants to see that. I literally have never got on my YouTube and talked about politics ever until today, because what I see going on out there is going to get bad, and I don't think the left realizes how bad it's going to get for them if the right actually eventually does rises up and a civil war happens. The right is going to slaughter the left. And it's terrifying, and that's the last thing. Nobody on the right wants to do that, But if you push them to that, I'm not even over there. I can't own guns. I'm a fucking double felon. I can't own a gun anyway. I got Scarface on the wall back there. Say hello to my little friend. You know, I'm a double felon. I can't own a gun anyway. I'm gonna be fucking stabbing people in my wheelchair if it comes to that. You know what I mean? But like, dude, it's a terrifying fucking thing that half this half of the country has become so radicalized, and they are pushing the sensible and calmer half of the country into being radicalized also. So both sides of the country are becoming so extremely radicalized to where there's no middle ground anymore. We're not Americans. It's left or right. You're a Republican or a Democrat. You're a liberal or you're a MAGA. There's no. We're all Americans. Like this, we gotta find middle ground somewhere. We have to find some middle ground. Like that's why I don't get on and talk about politics because it just divides us all. I've lost friends the few times that I have posted about politics. I've lost friends and family and shit over it. And I'm just trying to speak my mind about some things. Like I don't even most of the stuff that I've ever posted about, I be rage baiting just because I know people hate Trump. I literally posted something about Trump was being Trump's the most gangster president we ever had because it took us decades and decades to do regime changes in places like Iraq, but then Trump just blew up some boats and went and took him out of his house in the middle of the night. I posted that strictly for rage bait and engagement. I made money off the post. So like but I realized even at that post like how divided that was the post that really started showing me how divided even my Facebook page of 4,500 people is. Like my Facebook page of 4,500 people is divided in half. And it's crazy that as Americans, we don't find no common ground no more. Like, I wish somehow we have to find a common ground because I'm not political. Like I said, I can't vote. I don't fucking, I follow stuff, but I watch the left, I watch the right, I watch in the middle, I watch people that don't do politics that just that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not super political, but I see what's going on and we are in a tipping point whether we go one direction or the other. Like I've seen I've in the 26 years of almost been 25 years I've been alive, I've seen cities being burned down. I've seen all this stuff and we were never even close to the tipping point that we are at right now. Where we are at in America right now is going to go one way or the other. It's either we are somehow going to find some common ground somehow and come together somehow to where we can make this stuff work, or there is going to be a civil war. And that's the last thing I think the left, the middle, and the right wants. I don't think anyone wants a civil war, but if it keeps going the way it is, there's going to be. And nobody needs that. Nobody wants that. It's going to destroy our country. We won't be America anymore. Our dollar won't, fuck, who knows what country's dollar will be the top dollar if we go into civil war because our fucking money won't be worth shit. We won't be getting all the stuff that we like and all the stuff that gets shipped in from other countries. Say bye to all that shit if we go to civil war. Like, people got to think about this shit. Like, if I don't know, because there's nothing peaceful about what's going on outside right now. Anywhere, it's nothing's peaceful about it from either side. From either side, there's no peaceful. It's not. I don't give a fuck. Peaceful protesting is standing in a parking lot in a big group, or standing in a yard somewhere, or standing on the sidewalk somewhere. What's going on is not peaceful protesting. Walking out in front of cars, blocking traffic, throwing stuff at agents. Fuck agents. I fucking hate law enforcement. But you go throw something at them and then something happens. What the fuck do you think? If my double felon ass went and drove my car out in front of a fucking ICE agent's fucking car and then tried to fucking run one of them over, they would have put me 6 feet in the ground and nobody in this fucking world would have said anything about it. If I did that to a regular police officer and a regular police officer put me 6 feet in the ground, it would have been justified and nobody would have said a thing. But since it's ICE and Trump, everybody hates it. And it's like Obama was doing the same thing. Obama deported way more people than Trump ever did, and in way worse conditions. All of them pictures you see of kids and babies and parents and shit laying on the ground in dog cages, pretty much, all that shit came from the Obama era. None of that's from Trump. If you look at the Trump, um, like where the holding places that Trump made, or where Trump like alligator Alcatraz and shit. Everybody has bunk beds and all that stuff, places to put their own stuff and everything. Obama had people sleeping on the ground on tinfoil fucking like covers for warmth and shit in dog cages. That's Obama, not Trump. So that's where like we have to come together. We have to. Like when Obama got elected when I was young, I was too young, but like I liked Obama. I thought he was a great president until I got old enough to realize, like, oh, he divided our country almost more than anybody, it seems like. But I loved Obama, though. Still, as a president, I liked Obama. He was a good president to a point, but he did a lot of things I didn't like. And Trump does a lot of shit I don't like. I wish Trump would fucking somebody would take Trump's Twitter page away. Like, I wish somebody would take his Twitter away from him. Trump, if you're listening to this, I love you, my man. You're doing some good work. Stay off of Twitter, please. For real. Stay off of Twitter, my dog. Like, keep doing your gangster shit. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. But stay off of Twitter. But find a way to fucking make Americans come together. We all have to come together somehow. Otherwise, I don't know where America will be in the next 4 years. Because half of this, well, not half of this country, a minority in this country on the left, a small minority. It's not as big as y'all think. You guys think that all these people out there protesting is such a big group of Americans. It's really not. It's definitely a minority of Americans. It's because if you think 80 million people voted for Trump, what, 70 something million people voted for Kamala, and it's probably a small portion of those people that voted for Kamala, and then the people on the left that are out there. It's not half the country like people try to say. It's a small minority of the country that is radicalizing the whole country because of what they are doing, and we're in a scary place because what they're doing is radicalizing the rest of the country against them because they're so radical, and it's a scary place, and I don't know where we're going from here. I really don't. Like, I've never once got online and ranted in a video about politics in my life. Not once. Not once. This is the first time. I've made a couple posts and shit, like simple shit, but I've never once got online and made a video or streamed or live or anything about what's going on. But we're in a scary place. Like, we're in a really scary place. Like, we're at a tipping point, and this country is going to go one way or the other. And there's a lot of guns in this country. There is a lot of guns and a lot of crazy people on both sides. You guys trying to go fight the rednecks that are living out in the woods and have more guns than, like, and same within the cities. Them boys got them switches. Like, the rednecks versus the cities, bro. Like, this shit, like, we're in a scary place. Like, this country, if there is a civil war, there's a lot of guns in this country and a lot of guns that the government doesn't know about. There's so many guns in this country that we know about. Can you imagine how many guns are actually in this country? It's so much. It's so many guns. So many. And I'm for it. I'm for it. I think everybody has the right to own a gun. Any gun you want, as many guns as you want. Fucking fully automatic, semi automatic, AR 15s, whatever you want. I think as long as the government, like you being a felon or whatever, says you can't, you know what I mean? Like me, obviously. But I think everybody should be able to own a gun. So the fact that there's so many guns in this country, and if it comes to it and people start fighting people, it's going to be scary. Like, this country is going to fall, and it's going to fall hard, and it's going to be a years long worth of wars. Like, if this happens, it's not going to be quick, and it's not going to be, oh, a civil war that happens a month. It's going to be years, and it's going to be a lot of death, and nobody in America wants that. The cities will be destroyed. The like the infrastructure will be destroyed. medical system will be destroyed. The power and the grid system will be destroyed. Like police will be destroyed. All of our stuff that we have for fighting fires and all that shit will be destroyed. Like if it goes into civil war, like what really could happen, this country is no longer going to be a country. And I don't think anybody wants that. I don't want that. Shit, I need my medical fucking healthcare. Like I need my shit, like for real. Like I need my pharmacy to be open. Like so I don't know. I think let me hit this joint. Chill out. I haven't even fucking got halfway through my joint because I've been just ranting for 15 minutes straight because like we are in a scary place. And I see it from both sides though. Like I see the left getting so radicalized and I see the right becoming so radicalized because of what the left is doing. And both sides are becoming equally radicalized because of one another. And where's the stopping point? When? Where? Because the National Guard's already coming to these cities. It should have been there weeks ago already, to be honest. He should have already put the Insurrection Act and everything in place because these cities, Minneapolis is out of control. Whether you're on the left or right, you have to agree that Minneapolis is out of fucking control. It's completely out of control. There's no ifs, ands, or buts around it. It's gonna end up like it was in 2020, burned to the ground if something doesn't happen. And nobody wants to see that city burned to the ground. That's the last thing anybody wants to see. Nobody wants to see any city burned to the ground like the riots in LA and shit in the 90s. Like, we don't want to see that. We've already seen that shit. We've already learned about that shit in history. We don't need it no more. So, somebody eventually has to step back and be like, okay, guys, we have to stop with the rhetoric. We have to stop with the calling one side this, calling the other side this, calling Trump Hitler, calling Trump a Nazi, like calling Trump racist. Like, we have to quit with all that because it's only making half of this country radicalize against the right, and then it's making the right radicalize against the left because of what the left is doing first. And I'm not blaming either side. Both sides are guilty. Both sides are guilty. I'm not in either side. Like I said, I would say I'm in the middle, and this shit is not going to turn out good. I'm just a high school dropout that owns a studio and DJs and makes music and live streams and has a podcast. So what the fuck do I know? But I'm just saying what I see with my eyes, and I think that we're in a very, very bad place to where very, very soon America could become a very, very savage place. And it's going to be like one of these other countries that have been in civil war for decades. And it's going to have no infrastructure and it's going to be destroyed. And that's the last thing I think any of us want because we all love living in America. Who the fuck doesn't want to live here? Everybody in the world wants to live here. That's why we have this problem because we can't let everybody in the world come here because it's not a big enough country. But everybody wants to be here, and the people that are here, come on, y'all. Y'all love this country. Whether you hate parts of the country, we got to come together as Americans and say like, come on, we love this country. We don't want to fucking destroy it because, like I said, I'm just a rapper and a DJ and a studio owner, man. Like, and a high school dropout that sold fucking pharmaceutical drugs for most of his life. Like, fuck do I know? And sold weed for most of my life. So I'm just saying what I see, and I think we're in a scary place. Honestly, like I think if the rhetoric doesn't calm down on both sides, if the coming at each other personally doesn't calm down on both sides, if the news stations don't calm down on the getting on and calling everybody on both sides. If the right news stations got to stop getting on there and calling the left terrorist, and the left have to stop getting on and calling Trump a fucking Nazi, and calling him Hitler, and calling him a fascist, and calling him racist. Both sides have to stop. The left has to stop and the right has to stop. Otherwise, it's never going to stop, and it's going to end with a lot of dead people on both sides and people that weren't involved in it, and it's going to end with our country in ruins. And who the fuck wants that? Nobody. If anybody that sees this goes, that's what I want, you need to be in a mental home. If you want to see civil war and you want to see our fucking country destroyed, you need to be in a mental asylum. Like, what are we talking about here? Come on, guys. Like, we gotta calm this shit down. Like, go home, let ICE do their jobs, so no more people are getting hurt out on the streets. If you want to protest, protest quietly. Stay out of the roads. Stay out of the streets. Stay out in front of the out from in front of the cars. Stop throwing stuff at them. Stop blowing fucking stuff in their ears. Leave the officers alone to do their jobs. Stand on the sidewalk, stand in the yards, stand in the fucking parking lots, and protest peacefully. But what is going on is not peaceful, and it's making both sides extremely, extremely radicalized, and it has to stop somewhere. Both sides have to calm down. Both sides have to, I don't know. I'm not a politician. I'm looking at this as a, from a, my fucking back itches, man. God damn. But I'm just looking at this from a straight civilian standpoint, to where I see our country about to fucking die. And if the politicians and the people in the news and the politicians and the people in the news and everybody that's involved in all of this doesn't somehow find a way to calm all of this down, I am scared to see where we'll be in a couple years, to be honest. Because I like America. I like the fact that my fucking dumbass has been allowed to live in America and do whatever my little fucking heart desired. Whether it was breaking the law or not, I'm an American citizen and I like that I live in the land of the free. But how long are we going to have rule of law? Because whether the fact that I was a criminal for a part of my life and I hate the cops doesn't mean that I'm fucking ignorant to the fact that we need cops and we need fucking. I have grandmas and moms and little nieces and nephews and shit that I want the cops to keep them safe. You know what I mean? Whether whatever I was doing in my personal life, like I always knew, like I had a job and my job was to not get caught, and their job was to get caught, and that's why I can keep my personal feelings out of this and emotions out of these situations when I look at them, because whether I hate the police or not and hate the government, like I don't hate the government necessarily. I think our government has a lot of fucking flaws. I think some of that shit's getting fixed with the fraud finally being exposed and stuff. I love our troops. I mean, fuck, if anything, hate the government, but fucking, if you see a troop out, man, respect them, whether they're on the left or the right. They're the reason we're really free, is the troops. The troops are the real reason we're free. Let's not forget that. All the people that died in all these other countries, let's not forget that they're the real reason we're free. Let's not, you know what I mean? So, like, I just don't know where we go from here. I really don't. I don't know where, as a country, I don't know where we go as a country from here. I don't. I don't know if it's going to keep getting worse. And the only way I can see it being able to not go into a full civil war, if what is going on continues to happen, is if he does do the insurrection act in these cities and controls it. Other than that, I think civilians will probably start taking it into their own hands to protect their cities from these insurrectionists, honestly. Like a lot of them, not all of them. I've seen so many people protesting peacefully, especially the big protests and stuff in New York, where they're just walking in groups peacefully. Nothing's being broke. Nothing. What's going on in Minneapolis is not that. It's not. It's simply not. What was going on in California is simply not what was going on in New York. New York was different. People were actually peacefully protesting in New York. Whether I agree with what they were protesting, I don't, because Trump's not a king, clearly. Trump's clearly not a king. Like, calling him a king while you're able to freely protest is just hypocritical. Because if he was a king, he would have came and arrested all y'all that were freely protesting that day. You know what I mean? So, but I don't know. I just don't. I don't know where we go as a country. I don't know where we go as cities, as states. Like, we're all so divided. Each state thinks that they can do what they want. They don't have to listen to the federal government anymore. And that's a fucking terrifying idea, because if the states don't listen to the fucking federal government, then we're fucked. Like, so and then I keep seeing the stuff. People are saying stuff about, oh, when Charlie Kirk died, you guys were saying it was sad and this and that. And then when Renee Good died, y'all are saying it's her fault. Well, there's a slight difference though. Yes, there is a small portion of the right that was saying the most vile and disgusting things about Renee Good. And that's wrong. They need to shut their fucking mouths and shut up. They're fucking wrong. There is no reason to talk about the dead like that. That's why the right was getting so mad about Charlie Kirk, because it wasn't a small portion of the left that was talking bad about Charlie Kirk like it is with the right. It it was the entire Democrat and left talking and saying the most vile shit about somebody who was just peacefully debating. And then on the right, though, with Renee Good, 90% of the people were saying, yes, it's sad that she died. None of this should have happened. No one wants to see her die. Nobody wanted to see that happen that day. She was a mom. She had kids. She was a daughter. She was a sister. Nobody wanted to see that happen. But the difference between the two situations was is Charlie was sitting peacefully debating. He didn't put himself an antagonist and put himself in the situation that got him killed. He was sitting there peacefully. Yes, anybody on the right that came out talking disgusting about Renee Good, y'all need to shut the fuck up. Plain and simple. Y'all need to shut the fuck up. Nobody needs to talk bad about the dead. Plain and simple. Especially if you didn't know them. If you got personal beef with somebody that died and you want to say fuck them, then fuck them. You know what I mean? But nobody needs to talk dead about or talk bad about the dead when y'all didn't know them. I thought it was disgusting when people talk shit about Charlie Kirk. I wasn't a super like I watched some Charlie Kirk shit, but I wasn't a super big fan on Charlie Kirk. I fucked with him. He had some good takes on shit. I wasn't a super fan. I didn't watch him every day or anything like that. I thought it was disgusting what people were saying about him then. I think it's disgusting what people are saying about Renee Good, but it's a small portion on the right saying shit about Renee Good. It was the entire left saying shit about Charlie Kirk. And it's two different complete situations. Both are sad. Both should have never happened. Both should still be here. Two different situations though, two different outcome or same outcome, I mean. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know where we go with this. I really don't. I didn't mean to get on here and rant. This is probably one of the last times you'll see a somewhat political rant from me. I don't talk politics and I don't talk religion all that much because those two topics divide people so much. But I had to come on here and I feel like I was pretty unbiased. Like, I see it from both sides. I see what's happening. I see why the left is radicalized. I understand what they're saying. I understand. I understand what they're saying and why they are radicalized. I don't believe in them. What is making them radicalized? It's propaganda and they're being brainwashed. I do think, but I see why the right is getting so radicalized. I'm not. I'm not either. I'm not the left or the right. Fuck. I'm not like. I've never considered myself anything, but I think we got to find a way to calm down as a country. Otherwise, we probably won't have a country anymore. I'm going to leave it at that, simple as it can be. If we don't calm down as a country, we're not going to have a country anymore. Take that with what you will, guys. Have a nice day. Everybody stay warm. I mean, if you're going to be out in the snow playing it on your four wheelers and side by sides, stay warm. If you're in the house, stay warm.